X-Men Apocalypse is the newest X-Men film, and before I start, I need to let you guys know something. I am not an X-Men aficionado. I never watched the original X-Men films, but in the last 2 days I watched First Class for the second time. I thought that was quite good. I watched Days of Future Past for the first time yesterday. I thought that was really good, but I'm not like an X-Men fanboy. I'm not familiar with all the characters and all the storylines, so I'm pretty much an X-Men newbie. And the last time I checked, this film had like a 56 or a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I wasn't expecting to like it as much, but I gotta admit to you guys, I actually really enjoyed X-Men Apocalypse. First off, the acting across the board is all solid. James McAvoy is once again really good as Professor Xavier. Michael Fassbender is really great as Magneto, pretty much the standouts like they were in the last two films. I really like Magneto in this film as well. I like his position that he's in at the start of the film. He's living in Poland, he's got a new wife and a new daughter, he's trying to live a normal life. I just really like seeing him try to leave all the mutant X-Men stuff behind and try to live a normal life as a normal guy. Thus, when things go wrong, I actually kind of felt bad for him because he's all breaking down, he doesn't want to go back to that life. I really felt bad for Magneto in this film at times. The other returning cast members like Nicholas Hoult as Beast, I thought it was really good as well. Jennifer Lawrence was good as Mystique once again. I also like the new additions to this film as well, like Jean Grey and Cyclops. I know they're pre-existing X-Men characters, but they're new in this little series of First Class, Days of Future Past and Apocalypse. And then we get on to the villain of the film, which is of course Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac was awesome in this movie. I just love how Oscar Isaac portrayed the character of Apocalypse in this film. I don't know if it's accurate to the Apocalypse source material because I've not read the source material, but I like his presence in the film. The film does a really good job at establishing just how powerful and how unstoppable this guy is. There are times in this film where I was watching him do stuff and I was like, I don't know how the X-Men are going to stop this guy. But unfortunately, Apocalypse is where some of my negatives with the film come in because I didn't really find Apocalypse to be that compelling of a villain. He's the world's first mutant, he's been like asleep for 1,000 years, now he's going to come back and he's going to destroy the world because, you know, why not? He's a supervillain and it's a superhero film and that's what villains need to do in superhero films. I just didn't get his motivations for why he wants to destroy the Earth. Moving away from the characters, I like the story of this film. The story of this film, okay, I'm going to get into some comparisons right now. I thought the story of Days of Future Past was better than the story of Apocalypse, but I still like the story of Apocalypse enough to actually, you know, connect with it and enjoy it. Because it's quite a simple story. Apocalypse comes back, he wants to destroy the Earth, and the X-Men have got to stop him. That's pretty much it. But I like X-Men Days of Future Past better because the stakes were all personal. They're all for the characters. They were fighting for their future and they were fighting for hope. I guess I just find personal stakes more interested in superhero films now rather than, you know, apocalyptic stakes. However, with the stakes so high, that gives us some really sweet action sequences in this film, in particular the finale. Before the finale, there's not really a lot of action in the film, but coming to the finale, yeah, it's some pretty exciting stuff. It is very CGI heavy, and if you hate CGI, you're probably going to hate the last 20 minutes of this film, but I thought it was the best part of the film. It was the most fun part of the film, it was the most exciting part of the film, and probably the most badass part of the film as well. I don't really have too many problems with X-Men Apocalypse. I mean, I have small nitpicks here and there, like there's a couple of cheesy lines thrown in there by certain characters, and I'm just like, they could have delivered that a bit better. And there is one part of the film which feels kind of separated from the rest of it, like a bunch of characters go to this place, and I'm not going to spoil it too much for you, but it's pretty much so they're going to have a certain moment with a certain character, which I'm not going to spoil for you, even though the trailer absolutely does. The only reason that part is in the film is so they could have the post-credit scene, which I'm not going to spoil for you as well. That post-credit scene is related to this part of the film which I'm talking about. But apart from that, guys, I actually really enjoyed X-Men Apocalypse. I didn't think I would, given the mixed reviews from the critics and me not being an X-Men aficionado, but I walked out of X-Men Apocalypse having had a good time. If you're a hardcore X-Men fanboy, I don't know what you're going to think about this film. I mean, you might hate it. For all I know, hardcore X-Men fans are probably going to hate this film, but I went into this film hoping for a big fun summer extravaganza, really fun superhero comic book movie, and for the most part, I got just that. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on X-Men Apocalypse. So have you seen X-Men Apocalypse? What did you think about it? And what's your favourite X-Men film of the franchise so far? Whatever your thoughts are, tell me in the comments below. And if you like this stuff, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time.